In this video we're going to look at the transfers so far in the English Premier League. This is the third video, the third version. And now we start with Bournemouth. Now Bournemouth has signed a left back defender, Truffert, and Petrovic, a goalkeeper from Chelsea. But they lost Huijsen, a centre back, but he went to Real Madrid, Kerkers to Liverpool, and Kepa to Arsenal. Very, very big teams. And I assume Bournemouth is still looking for a centre back. And maybe not a centre back, maybe one or two new defenders. But Bournemouth is having a brilliant season, so you can expect that they lose a few players. But they kept all the players on midfield and in attack. So it's looking quite good at Bournemouth at this moment, I would think. They kept Semenyo, they kept Kluivert, they kept Evan Nilsson, so I think it's still looking good for Bournemouth. Now Sunderland has a promotion till the Premier League, and I think that they already did a lot of good signings. 7 signings already. The last signing they did was Loriente. He's a left winger. He comes from Sassuolo. Sassuolo is a team in Italy, Serie B. Sassuolo, difficult name. He was a left winger. He made 18 goals last season, but he's a left winger. So maybe we'll make some goals also in the Premier League. I think Adingra is a very good signing, a right winger, left winger. Very nimble. Reinildo is a player from Atletico de Madrid, 31 experience. Diaz attacking midfielder, and I think they made some very good signings. Bellingham, however, Job Bellingham is going to Borussia Dortmund. There was a bit of a miss, that's a pity. But they are still working on a deal now for Xhaka. That would be an excellent signing. Xhaka from Bayer Leverkusen. He was champion 2 years ago. Last year, second. With Bayer Leverkusen. Xhaka is an excellent box-to-box midfielder. That would be an excellent signing for Sunderland. So they are still very active on the transfer market. I expect more signings even. But they're doing very, very well now. Yeah, Fulham, a new goalkeeper. Lecomte, a goalkeeper. And that's it so far. But Fulham is very, very quiet. I don't know why, but it's very, very, very quiet on the transfer market. But it means that they had a good season, and it means not one player left. So the players who were very good last season, they all stayed. So that's a good sign, I think. Now Burnley got a promotion, and you see now the number of transfers they made. It's already 10 now. The list is Walker. We can know Walker from Manchester City. Humphries from Chelsea. We know Hartman. I know Hartman from Feyenoord, the left back defender. Tuan Zebe for Ipswich Town. I know a few players, but it will be very interesting to see how they will play next season. Already 10 signings, and I think it doesn't end. They are still making signings. The last signing was Larsen, the left winger. But Burnley is doing everything they can to make the squad better, and I think they need to do that, of course. That's quite clear. But the point is they lost Trafford now to Manchester City. It's not on the list yet, but Trafford is going to Manchester City. So they sold the goalkeeper to Manchester City for £27 million. But I think for surely they will sign a new goalkeeper. Now Wolverhampton, they lost Cunha, Aïnouri, and Sarabia. Sarabia was on a loan deal from Villarreal. Cunha went to Manchester United, Aïnouri to Manchester City. And I think they made 2 signings already. Lopez, a right winger, and Arias, a right winger. He played for Fluminense. He played very well at the World Cup. At the Club World Cup, Arias played very, very well, a very fast right winger. I think he's a very good signing. But I think they will make more signing. I think a defender. They get Diego Bueno back from Feyenoord. He's a left back defender. He was on a loan in Holland, but he will go back to Wolverhampton Wanderers as a left back defender, Hugo Bueno. But I think Wolverhampton is not ready yet, of course. That is for most of the teams, of course. Now West Ham United signed Diouf, a left back defender, and recently they signed Walker Peters from Southampton. Walker Peters is a very experienced right back defender, in my opinion, a very good player. To give Wan-Bissaka also a bit of competition. But Koufal is leaving, the right back defender, a very experienced defender, but he's leaving. He doesn't play for West Ham United anymore. Also Kudus is going to Tottenham Hotspur. and Fabianski is also leaving, but Diouf, the left back defender, and Walker Peters. But they are still working on a centre forward. They were a bit unlucky last season with Fulkrug. He had injury after injury after injury. And Anthony had the car accident, and I'm not sure how he recovered from that. And I think they are in a very advanced stage now with centre forward Colin Wilson from Newcastle United. He was running out of contract, or at least he doesn't have a contract there anymore. It shouldn't be too difficult to close the deal. They don't have to pay any fee because he doesn't have a contract. Yeah, there was also news on Liverpool. They sold Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich for a fee of 70 million euro fixed and 5 million euro add-ons. The medical is on Monday. Now you might say, okay, that was already on the cards. It was quite clear that it was going to be sold, but it means that they get the money now for Diaz, and I think they will use the money to sign Alexander Isak from Newcastle United. But first they have to sell Diaz, which they did now, but I think they have to sell Nunez too. But Nunez was not part of the squad in the friendly against AC Milan on Saturday, which means that Nunez is going to leave. He will be sold. And I think once they sold Diaz and Nunez, they might make an offer for Alexander Isak from Newcastle United, but they have to think about close to 150 million pounds, which is a lot of money. I'm not sure if they will do that. I'm not sure if they will pay 150 million pounds for Isak. Is in my opinion ridiculous. I don't think he's that good. He's good, but 150 million pounds seems like too much for me. But that's okay, we'll see. Another news on Chelsea was that Joao Felix has been sold to Al Nassr. So Felix is gone, and he's sold to Al Nassr for a fee of 50 million euro guaranteed. I think that's a lot of money. I never rated Joao Felix highly. He was poor at Atletico de Madrid. He was not good at Chelsea. He was not good at Barcelona. He is not good enough for the top of Europe. Felix is a kind of a player. He thinks he's not good enough for the absolute top of Europe. He was never convincing. He was at Chelsea, he was Barcelona, Atletico de Madrid. He was never convincing. And I think Saudi Arabia, I think he will do well there, of course, Al Nassr, and I think that's his level. I don't think he has a higher ceiling than that. He's simply not good enough for the top. I think Chelsea did well to sell him. So that was the end of the video. There was a series of 3 videos about the transfer so far. I will do a new series probably in beginning of next week. I wait a week, and next week I will have more news on transfers.